Hello. So, I'm still going to do the next Evercade, Duke Nukem 1 and 2 collections video, but in the meantime, I had this other thing come in the post. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. So the guys who make Evercade also have Blaze has another mark called Hyper MegaTech, and they sell something called the Super Pocket. I bought one of these previously, which is the Taito edition. This groovy little handheld also plays regular Evercade carts. It gave me a reason to buy the Namco Collection 1 and 2, which probably for rights reasons, namely being that Namco wants to do home console stuff itself, these carts only play in handhelds like the EXP, Evercade EXP, but they also work in the Super Pocket, so bravo. This wonderful case I also picked up. I got these from Funstock. I've got a pair of headphones in here, and I've got, it's got a little pocket in here you can put headphones in, and you got little pockets that fit 4 cartridges in. The Super Pocket has a filler cart. It has a QR code that leads you to the website. So, not bad. Decent battery life, USB-C charging, has a full complement of buttons. Personally, I find trying to use the rear shoulder buttons with R1 and L1 being larger on the inside, R2 and L2 being slightly smaller on the outside, a bit fiddly. And a major drawback I've found, at least with the stock firmware, I haven't tried to update this. I think there is a firmware update for the Super Pocket, but I don't know if it's possible to upgrade these using a Mac, so I don't. But I haven't really looked into it, to be honest, because the thing does what I need it to do. But the lack of customization in the controls, slight drawback. But the good thing is, because the save data and an EXP an Evercade cart is stored on the cart itself, high scores, things like that, those are all there. So great. You just have to kind of like compromise and use the default controls, which sometimes are not super great. But what this is, what's this one? This is going to be the latest Super Pocket, at least it should be. The newest ones are the Technos one, which has Double Dragon and some other arcade games from Technos, and I already have a Technos arcade game collection for the Evercade. I didn't feel a need to have another handheld. But what I did see, and I did feel, oh, I must get this, was the limited edition, now it's long since sold out, woodgrain Atari Super Pocket, which, in line probably with the 50 anniversary collection thing, is a 50 game collection that features arcade games. Oh my goodness. Asteroids, Berserk, Canyon Bomber, Crystal Castles, Frenzy, Liberator, Lost Tomb. Lost Tomb? Oh, gosh, I still want to see that on the Atari 50 collection. Millipede, Missile Command, Night Driver, Pong, Skydiver, and Super Breakout. Now, I've commented before on the Evercade Atari Arcade Collection how they have a collection of games that don't play super hot with D-pad. And they seem to have made a decision here that might help correct that. However, Super Breakout and Pong, even Night Driver, I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see in a moment. 2600 games. Adventure, Aquaventure, Dark Cavern, Gravitar, Haunted House, Radar Lock, Save Mary, Solaris Street Racer, Submarine Commander, Tempest, Video Pinball, Wizard, and Yar's Revenge. 5200 games. Bounty Bob Strikes Back, Countermeasure, Final Legacy, Minor 2049er, and Zari Arena. 7800 games. Alien Brigade, Asteroids, Centipede, Dark Chambers, Desert Falcon, Fatal Run, Food Fight, Ninja Golf, Motor Psycho. And Lynx games, Basketball, Checkered Flag, Dirty Larry, Renegade Cop, Kung Fu, Robo Squash, Scrapyard Dog, Super Asteroids and Missile Command, Turbo Sub, and Warbirds. Pretty cool. Now they only had made 2,600, get it, of these. And then I got the email from Hyper MegaTech. I was like, gotta get it. So I pre-ordered these from Funstock. My major complaint about Funstock is they charge up front for pre-orders. I prefer not to do that, so that if you have a cancellation or something, you're not asking for a refund. It's got a case similar to the one I just showed. This one's just, it's black, but it's the same deal. Four pockets for extra Evercade carts, and the main compartment for the thing. Got my carpet knife here, so I'm gonna open this box, hopefully without destroying it. I just sliced it a little bit because these little stickers are pain. I'll see if I can do it. Okay, and there we go. Now let's see what we got in the box. Come on, Dad, let's give us a chance to open it. It's very economical with the packaging. There's not a lot to give. I prefer not to destroy the box if possible, but Jiminy Crickets, it is a tight fit. Well, let's try the bottom part, shall we? Maybe that one will be easier. It's a slightly different, it's got the tab kind of config here. One sticker on the bottom. Well, maybe it'll work better. Let's try. Definitely a good selection of games. And I like the fact that they didn't overlap with the system. So you're not getting like the, the 5200 version of Berserk and the 2600 version of Berserk and the, 7800 version, the arcade version. You're just getting the arcade. Come on now. Alright, getting out of the bottom, definitely a better way to go. Let's see what we got here. We have a game catalog. How current is this? Has Data East Arcade 2 collection, which is yet to be released. On one side, Tomb Raider 1. Just a nice selection. A quick start guide here. Game menu. Insert credits. Start game. Headphone jack. Power switch, USB-C charging. So, good stuff. We have a little, it's all cardboard for the actual storage of the unit. And there we go. It just pops right out. There's no film on the screen. It's just, so we're really saving on the discardables. We've got the wood grain. You can see the buttons. Let's do a quick side by side with the Taito. Same form factor as screen. Yep, buttons all feel the same. And on the back, these ones are black, these ones are orange. Got the volume rocker down. And we have a black cartridge cap for where the thing goes. So there we go. I'm going to take a quick break here and see if I can set up my camera in a way. Oh, I forgot almost. There's a little compartment up at the top here. You just pull this up, and inside is da 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 da. a USB A to C charge cable. Let's take a pause and see if we can play some Atari Super Pocket. The screen is highly reflective, but I think you're probably going to see the camera in here a bit. But I can't help that. I don't have a sophisticated enough setup. A little speaker on the front's pretty good. Okay, we're using English as default, easy mode, or normal mode. Oh, I know what I'm doing, so we're going to be normal. Accept the end user license agreement. Oh, I got to scroll all the way down. I can't believe I have to do this on a handheld. Like, the alternative is to what? I'm just going to... There we go. Okay, there's some flashing lights. Yeah. Alright, here we go. So we got... Hopefully that's clear. Look at that, we got little title cards for everything. So, if I press the L2 and R2 buttons, it jumps. I'm not sure how it's determining where to jump though, to be honest. Hops forward a couple. I guess you can go faster. L1, R1 does nothing. What do we got here? So the Atari menu is the main one, and the Evercade menu is whatever cart you put in there. Then settings. What do we got? Display. I like pixel perfect myself. Scan lines, I would say nope. Photosensitivity warning. Let's turn that off. I don't care. Menu music, we can turn that down. Okay. Yep. That's it. Alright. So first I want to have a look at... I'm not going to play a ton of these. Let's see what the arcade version of Berserk is like. Okay, so this allows me to save and load. So you got to remember to save and load your game if you want to store your scores. The autofocus hopefully isn't going to blur this up too much. And again, you can do all the whatevers. Controls. Let's see, D-pad to move. And the B button is fire. So there's no customization of controls possible. This is amazing. This is a game, I mean, Berserk, these old Stern games, and without a doubt, Berserk, Frenzy, and Lost Tomb, if I had to pick 3 Stern games, those would be the ones I would pick. Oh, I got clipped. Alright, let's get away from Evil Otto.
Humanoid must not escape. Get humanoid.
Nope. The quality of the screen, you might not be able to tell us. It looks like the video is... The light sensor in this camcorder is washing things out. It's actually quite vibrant. Really good quality display. That's an M Network game. I like this one. Let's have a look. Oh, already getting clobbered by the robots. I'm happy with that. Pretty neat. I mean, I have one of those. Oh, I got bit by the spider. Frozen. Oh, bit again. Die, spider. Far out. And I can save my progress. So we got that. I mean, that's kind of cool. Okay, Lost Tomb. I want to check this out. Now, this unfortunately this is a twin stick game in the arcade, which means that I suspect I'm going to be having to use the 4 buttons here as individual shooters. Look at that. You've landed on a pyramid deep in the jungle. Right. So this game's pretty straightforward. You just kind of like shoot all the things, get the chests, and hit the exit. Now there is like a smart bomb kind of thing. It's probably one of the rear triggers. Okay, I gotta plan my route by this map. Yeah, I get it. Just, come on, let me go. Now you have a finite number of bullets in this game. Alright, I left. Now, I need to pick a route. So, and you get attacked by frickin' birds when you're trying to get your route. So, not fun. Oh, come on, man. Alright, let's see if the arcade Pong is as rubbish as the one from the arcade, because that was pants. Oh, this feels better. Ball's not super fast is definitely better than the Pong from the Atari arcade collection. Although, I don't know if that's saying much. The paddles are really small. The ball's really small. Everything's small. Oh. See if I can score a frickin' point. AI is good. Good at kicking my ass. Oof. Let me double check the controls here. D-pad move battle. See, it's not even... Normally with this kind of a game, well, we'll see what Super Breakout's like. Hey, I scored a point. Okay, that's satisfied my curiosity. Now, let's see what we've got here. So we choose the cavity, so A, X, and Y buttons. A, X, Y. Choose the game type. B, to serve. Insert credit. Now, the thing that I was going to say about this, when you play this kind of game that's a paddle driven, in the arcade, you know, you had a potentiometer driven paddle controller, a little wheel that you could, if you spun it real fast, you could make the paddle jump to the opposite side of the screen. When you're using a D-pad, you can't really get that unless you've got some kind of a control built in that the longer you hold the button, the faster it goes. Now, there is an Arkanoid game that's on the PS4 stroke PS5 from Taito, or whoever owns Taito and is using the Taito mark now, that has been tuned, it's been made to use a D-pad, and it works pretty good, you know, because it's made to do that. But here, this is an actual arcade game, is the problem. You've given me an arcade game, and now I'm sliding it. Now, normally you would use the something like the shoulder buttons to hop in a direction. But I'm kind of having to... This is a fixed speed. So once the ball starts going really fast, because I've gone and hit the top of the row or something, this is going to become unplayable. Because you have no way of accelerating your paddle to find the thing. And look how small the paddle is on here. Oop, I'm not even paying attention. I'm too busy yakking. I'll try to play it, but I'm sure something like this on mobile would work much better because you'd be using your finger, which would approximate an analog control. Finger on a touch screen is more of an analog control than this D-pad is. But I'm willing to bet nobody actually really, it's like, show me someone who can play this and clear a board. That's what I want to see. Show me a board clearance for Super Breakout, and I'll be impressed. I love this game. This was one of my faves. I remember when I saw this in Tower Records, I was like, man, this is the game. This is cool. I mean, I have the little flashback handheld, but this screen is so much better than that. I mean, and the internal speaker is better as well. I'm having some difficulty with my D-pad here. Oh, that's just me. Nope. Can I get it this time? Nope, almost. There we go. It's clipping my face off. A little line that appears. Brilliant. Really just... This one's a bit easier than the other one, I think, just because you got the things moving, so you can hit them from either end and they just rotate down. Oh, dead. Well, there you go. I think that's enough, but I mean, I think it's a good collection of games. Obviously, in addition, you have the collection 1 and 2, but I think there are some games in those other Atari collections for the Evercade that are not covered here, but this is a really good selection of titles. You could just go about on your business with this and you'd be perfectly happy, I think. Carry a couple extra carts, maybe the Namco Museum ones. I really love the wood grain finish here. It's just got that retro, extra added bit of retro quality. The regular one of these is Atari one is red and black motif, so it's got a red surround instead of like this kind of aquamarine one. So yeah, really happy with this. Nicely packaged. We're minimizing the use of plastics, which is cool. We like that. And yeah, Hyper MegaTech. I mean, these are solid little handhelds. You know, it's like the size, smaller than a Game Boy. It's like about the size of a Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color. Cool little fun runaround thing. Something to carry on an airplane. Neat stuff, guys. Like it. Carry on. Keep bringing us these Hyper MegaTech things. Anyway, thanks for joining me for the unboxing of the Hyper MegaTech Atari Super Pocket Wood Grain Special Edition. Keep on gaming.